What do you think young people are going to do in years to come?
Get old.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, you know, do you think it's going to be a total disinterest in politics in the future?
I don't know, maybe I'll grow up to be Prime Minister.
Being called New Wave, and you prefer punk, and Mick said he prefer neither. So what do you describe your music as?
I just think it's rock and roll. Just carrying on, you know.
What, a direct progression from what has gone before?
Yeah, with differences.
I just hate the word new wave. It makes me like want to vomit.
It's just like
All it-
70s rock and roll, right? That's the difference. The time difference is the 70s, right? And it ain't Eddie Cochran, obviously.
Your songs are political, is that right?
Yes, stroke no.
They're not political in the party sense, in as much as we're not. We're neither right nor left, nor middle. They're political in they are talking about things which we believe, to be honest. And like, when someone makes honest statements, right, people who feel threatened by those statements generally say that they are political statements.
One of the things you said earlier, you said that you were in it for as much as you could get. Is that right? I mean, it's reported that you signed on for an incredible amount.
Yeah, £1 million. Yeah.
It was over 100,000.
Yeah, so what? Yeah.
Do you think that that was CBS being extremely clever and recognising what's going to be the next big thing and figuring they'd have to pay for it?
Don't know.
No, I think it's
A mistake.
this is what's going on, right? They signed us up for that much money because they want to try and keep us quiet. You watch, they're going to attempt to muffle us up in the next 6 months so they can get on with their lovely little Johnny Mathis and Vibrators and ABBA records, right?
They signed
And
the
then-
vibrators to be
I reckon they paid a lot of money just to silence us, you know what I mean?
What, sort of industry
Yeah.
intrigue?
Like the everlasting light bulb.
It's a possibility.
You watch.
Really?
Since they've done it with the Pistols twice, right? And they're going to come out of it, but they're still struggling, right? And we haven't had that yet. And they're going to do it. I mean, what do they need us for? They don't need us. This place for singing doesn't need us. Think of the ABBA records it could sell. I think they just see us as a threat to their already fantastic rivers of money, you know? They see us as like something to block it up, right? So if they own us, and we haven't got any money.
Well, they gave you 100 grand. I mean, if you haven't got it, that's your problem, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. They're training us to be like, you know, take a helicopter to the supermarket.
Oh, I see. They're playing that game, are they?
Pretty much, yeah.
One of the things about the songs on your album is that, in terms of tunes, there's not a great deal there, I found. Personal opinion.
I find that very disturbing.
Biting in the neck.
Something, I'm so bored with the USA, has certainly got...
Nothing
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Every one of them, to me, is a tune.
I think they're terrific tunes.
What, you mean tunes that
You
could
better
be,
go back and have a listen.
could be
again.
covered by somebody else?
You bet.
Made remote control from the civic hall. See?
Maybe that's true.
We go through the whole album. We're singing the whole album. Tunes. Tunes.
Several of these other bands seem to feel that it's necessary to play at very high volume.
When you've got a live situation, right, it helps make you much more excited, you know what I mean? Like, it moves you more. It moves you physically as well as, like, emotionally. Like, our main premise is to work on an emotional basis. And, like, you know, that it helps with that force, right? Feels good.
There's also a brevity about a lot of your songs, which is interesting.
There's no room for instrumental excess.
Do you say there's no room for instrumental excess because you don't want to, or because you can't?
Yeah.
We can't at the moment.
I know, I understand this. But, again, several of the bands of the new generation
Yeah,
clearly,
like
obviously, can't play their instruments very well. I'm not saying that about you, necessarily.
Well, I practice a lot. Alright, I admit it, I can't play.
Would you actually be as violent as you suggest in your songs if it came to it?
Of course.
Would you try to incite an audience to riot?
Of course. We try it every night. I want to hear the smashing of seats and the crumbling of the wood and
Yes, but
snapping of the iron.
suppose they take the money away from your
I
fee.
don't care.
Right.
I don't care if the ceiling falls down and kills everyone in the theatre. What do I care about it? Me included, I don't care. Just don't care what happens. As long as it's out of hand, you know. Out of control, I don't care.
So you really couldn't care less what happens as long as it's exciting.
As long as it's out of control.
And don't you think that signing with CBS in retrospect has put you well in control?
Hey.
No, look, we can be one of two things, right? We can be a little forgotten article in old sniffing glue nostalgia book 3, right?
On Monday, May the 9th, right, we could have played the Rainbow Theatre or the Red Cow.
Yeah, or even
And
less than the Red Cow,
We
right?
chose to make it.
Rainbow Theatre. You know, we ain't doing this just to be a little part of history, right?
I mean-
We want to blitzkrieg the world and stomp everyone, right? London's burning!
Joe Strummer and Mick Jones of Clash talking to John Tobler.
So you're all National Front?
You're kidding! Did you say that seriously?
It was an inflammatory question. It worked.
We
Yeah,
absolutely
but I mean,
abhor
like-
the National Front. We are absolutely further away from there.
I don't like to
And
joke about
China.
that kind of thing.
So what do you vote?
Seriously.
We don't
Socialist?
vote nothing. I don't even stay in the same place long enough to get a registered vote.
Well, that's it. The Clash, our fourth punk rock new wave band in the last 2 weeks on Rock On.